what time it is, buddy?
Fever time.
Yeah, man!
Fire.
Everything that you carry, any luggage you take, all the ghosts you keep in hiding, they don't scare me away. No, 'cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. It's a past that keeps on calling, or if it keeps you awake. I won't let a scar keep me from your lips. I catch every tear from your face. 'Cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you.
Hi there, my name is George. Remember me? I was once the demon of Kristen's dreams. Now how about I'm yours? There's a saying that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Do you want to know what's coming this season on Evil? Are you absolutely sure?
We're going to be parents. In 38 days, a child will be born. They will sing hymns in your honor, the mother of the living Antichrist.
That level of crazy?
It's biblical, so yes.
We've already hunted werewolves and demons. Are we now hunting witches?
Okie dokie.
What happens if the Antichrist is baptized?
Who's the Antichrist?
Timothy, 3-month-old baby.
Let's just give him an exorcism.
There's just so much more. No need to be afraid. This season you'll have me right there with you. In your dreams. Promise. See you again soon.
And good morning, everyone. Thank you all for hanging out with us this morning. Yes, it is early, but we have an awesome episode of Evil to talk about. Honestly, I don't know where I feel after watching it this morning, Miss Dana, but it was pretty packed. I mean, it was pretty long, too.
Yes, it was. I haven't wrapped my head around it fully because I did watch it. I felt like the friggin' crack of dawn this morning. So I got to give it a couple more go arounds, but I've absorbed enough to where we could talk about it.
We definitely got some questions, and I definitely want to hear what all you guys think if you have watched it. I know we're getting this, but we're kicking them off early. But I mean, I can't help it. The episode is so good, Dana. I gotta talk about it. It's
Yes,
so
no,
good.
it was a good one. And we got our pop-up book back.
Yeah, we did. We got a pop-up book, and it was so good, Dana. I don't even know if there was a sigil message. I was paying so much attention to the episode. I didn't like. I kind of was looking, but I didn't focus like normally because this one just there was a lot. It
Yes.
just left you feeling kind of like whoa with the end of the episode.
Yeah. It was definitely a lot. Definitely a lot to absorb.
Get
Where
the
to begin?
screenshots. Get them loaded up. Let's
Where
see
do
here.
you
And I see
begin?
Kate. And good morning, Miss Kate. Looks like you got your coffee. I got mine next to me too. I've been drinking on it all morning, trying to get awake myself because this episode is good. I can't wait. Hopefully, I get this stuff shared properly. You know what? Let's see. I didn't do it properly, but that's okay. I'm gonna share and then unshare. What's my folder? There, boop. No, it's gone. All right, we tried this again. It's early. See, obviously, I've not functioned yet. But I do know this episode is called How to Teach a Chatbot, and it gets into some AI chatbots that are quite creepy, actually, and how invasive this app that we get to learn about in this episode is. And good morning, Miss Nikki. Sorry, can't stay. We'll see you Monday. Well, we hope you have an awesome day, hun.
Yes. Have a good day.
Yes, we're gonna get to. I know. I will get there, Kate. Go ahead, tell me. Press the button. I'll get there. All right. I think I have the actual image up, so it will let me present it now. Good morning again. It is where are we at in the week? Thursday? It's Thursday, everybody. It's basically the weekend. That's right.
We'll figure it out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Gotta count the days on our fingers.
Like it's been a week. It's always technical problems. I mean, hopefully by the end of Evil, things will level off. I swear, Evil is tied to our technical problems, Dana.
It really is. I'm sitting here in the dark, so
We still made it happen, guys. We still made it happen. We're here. All right, let's see. Get these lit up. There we go. All right, we have the first image.
I'm useless today since I have no power to help you.
I know poor Dana. The hits just keep coming, but it's okay. We're still here. We will not allow Evil
I'm
New
telling
York.
you, we could write a book and nobody would believe us.
And it's just what's funny, Dana, is that you live in New York and the Evil's in New York, so it's
I'm telling you, I don't know.
Right, the
I don't
storm
know.
at the end of the episode, right? And did you not have storms last night?
Yes, we did. We had really, really, really bad storms, so much so I have no power.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my god. So yeah, we haven't fully absorbed the episode yet because it's too real. No, I'm just kidding.
That lightning was going off at the end of the storm, and I felt like, shit, okay. What are they filming outside my house right now?
It's so funny.
Because you were on with me when I was like, you hear that fucking thunder?
I know.
I was like, you hear that shit?
And it was raining pretty good here yesterday afternoon. Them storms have been kicking. I know, Miss Kate, you've had some weather. As they have said, the last episode, even mentioned it at the end of this episode, the weather is crazy, guys. And the temperature out there is hot. And people go crazy.
Yes.
But this poor father Ignatius, he didn't understand what, I don't know. And did they ever say, I'm going to rewatch it for when we do, it'll probably be a Monday stream for our next Evil. I'm going to probably do something different Friday night because we're going to have to go a little bit later. So we'll probably talk about some other shows and stuff, guys, that I'm looking to get into. I did watch Fallout, so who knows? Maybe we'll look into that. There's some games out there that they've been talking about, so I know I want to talk about some of that stuff. So Friday night will probably just be more of a hangout, chill stream, talking about games, shows, and then Monday night looking at my schedule, I'm gonna try to do one Monday night for Evil again. That'll give us time to kind of rewatch the episode too, and maybe I get some good clips from this episode.
Yes. What would you even clip? There's so many good moments.
There's one I want to clip, but I don't know if I can get away with it with YouTube, where he like totally gets the manager at the end, like eats the heart. I don't know. It's a little gory though. I don't know. I might have to put some like effects in there or something, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with.
Got to do one of Ben with his tinfoil hat.
Oh yes, that's right. We get Ben with a tinfoil hat, guys. We get a tinfoil hat character, and it's like legit.
It really is, and he doesn't even know he has one on.
Nope. This poor Father Ignatius, though. Did they ever say if he said he didn't sign up for it, right? Like he never gave him access to his stuff.
I believe so. Like he was supposed to, and he was like, holy water and computers or something. Don't
Yeah,
mix.
he was boomering it up like really big. So I don't know if he ever gave them access. He says he didn't. But this little app that apparently this company came to the church and they're in their beta testing. And essentially it's a chatbot. And it's for people who have either lost someone or maybe you're separated and you can't talk to them right now. And it sort of gives you a way of closure, or the way they're kind of saying it is kind of like a therapeutic way of dealing with even grief. If you have a loss of someone, which, on surface sounds great until you actually really think about what this thing does.
That's creepy.
I didn't mean
I get it.
I didn't torture you. Kate, you can't listen. This is about bad stuff.
Yeah,
here.
this episode isn't that gory per se, Kate.
It's
it's more tugging on your heartstrings.
The end was a little bit.
Yeah, but the most of the episode it wasn't.
It's just creepy.
It was just the creepy fact, because you know how I feel about technology.
It's so creepy. It's so creepy. But
like,
look,
I can't.
Look who he gets a message from. Look, Frank. Look, Frank gets a message from his old pal, Monsignor.
I know.
That's crazy. And the fact that he didn't set this up, because all right, even if he said that he like somehow maybe he had the app on his phone, when Kristen and Ben and them do it, you have to set up like the profile of the person that you want to have like this exchange with. I don't think he was smart enough to do any of that. So how did this app
don't either.
know? How did it know? First off the bat, I was like, something ain't fishy, Dana.
I know. It's very invasive, like how it was just able to like appear on his phone and shit. I hate technology. I've always told you.
I'm pushing buttons, Kate. Indeed. Thank you. Our goddess of knowledge, reminding us things we need to do. Like push buttons. But no, this was creepy off the bat, because before, like, you don't know it's the chatbot thing, right? Because they don't lead you in the episode with that. That kind of comes after he talks to the gang or whatever.
Yes.
It's led into he's thinking that Sister Andrea is like messing with him.
Yeah, like you go to the other old lady, like, what are you doing to my phone? And she's like, what? She's like, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And I felt like saying, you know what, Sister Andrea? Neither would I.
I know. She looks at it like, well, I don't have my reading glasses on. Like, what's going on? She grabs the phone.
Yep, sounds like me altogether. Hold on, Scarlett. Let me get my glasses so I can fucking.
What are you talking about?
Fucking read this shit.
What? It's just like he gets a voice message from him, like while he's talking to the sister. He's like, okay, that's not you. And he listens to it, and he has like a full like pass out panic attack moment, and like falls on the sister, drops the phone, is like, oh.
I know, right?
It's like, what was it? He reminded me of, like, the Simpsons, like Homer or something.
Does the whole hand on the forehead. Oh, catch me.
I couldn't help laugh so hard. Poor guy, though. I mean, he honestly was freaked. I mean, it freaked him the hell out. He thinks it's like a ghost. Like, is he talking to him from beyond the grave, you know? And I honestly at first was like, all right, this is a little weird. Like, who's hacking your phone, yo? Somebody's messing with you. I didn't think it was Sister Andrea, but somebody messing with you. But no, after you watch the whole episode, when you re-look at this part, Ada, like, it's creepy now. It's even more creepy because he didn't sign up. Like, even if he signed up somehow on the app, he did not create that account for, like, that profile.
Yes.
It didn't do stuff, right? Like, it was a little dated, but it wasn't that dated. And I don't know, it was weird because it's almost like somebody did it for him. So did somebody hack his phone and create it, and then it just took off his? Because the algorithm for it is explained is like you give the app access to like your email, your hard drive, anything that you have that may have communications, voice that it can sample from of the individual that you want to have like this exchange with, and it kind of creates a or basically them. So much so, like it as the episode goes, it gives more access. Like this app gets more access, right? It goes from just a little text bot to a little voice chat bot to like almost a real person, although it's not real. Like camera, like full on invasive, sending people to Kristen's house and stuff. Like this thing went, and it was almost like one person, right? Like by the end of the episode, it didn't matter who they were talking to because the algorithm is like taking everyone's profile that they're creating, right? All that data, it's merged into almost like one AI that's seamlessly hopping around and getting whatever its programming is to do. It's using other people's profiles in order to complete these tasks that it thinks it needs to do in order to keep you engaged or whatever. It was really weird.
Yeah.
But then we get to poor Ben. And
I know he's all. My mom is gonna fucking freak out this episode.
he goes to the worst doctors ever. And Kurt's not the biggest help. Although what Kurt does is kind of helpful, but I don't trust him. He's just not very good. He's got too many bad influences.
Yeah, like
Although
I understood what he was saying when he was like, maybe the Jinn is somehow associated with, unresolved issues with your mom. Like he is trying to look at it from like a psychological aspect because again, Jinn comes from his religion and we've seen in his past that
his
he
mom
does have issues with his mom, and even when we got that not the flashback, but when he saw her in that like dream world or whatever. Remember when he had that vision of her?
Yep.
And they were like talking. So you could definitely, and then he just found out that like his dad was cheating on her. And so poor Ben, he's getting it from all sides.
I like this because it gives him just a good old simple trick of like, okay, if something's happening that's triggering it, where you're getting these migraines, pop the rubber band, almost like it's popping you back to reality.
Yes.
I don't know if that worked so much for him, but he does go to a better doctor. Oh, well, sort of. See, that's a weird statement to say because he's better because he's more knowledgeable in what the supernatural doesn't mean he's a good doctor though.
It doesn't, but
he's
he's
not
at
bad.
least trying.
I don't know where to place this other doctor that he ends up going to because he's not. I don't know if
Dr.
he's good
Frankenstein?
or bad. Yeah.
With his like 1902 round circle thing on his head.
Yeah, he's weird.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are we like back in like the good old days? Like, the doctors who had that thing on like their head, and I'm like thinking, like, do we travel back in time?
Oh, it's so crazy. But this is the name of the company for the app, lastconnectionai.com. It'll connect you with your lost loved one or whoever I guess you create a profile for.
Like, I get it. I understand why people would use it, but I don't think it's healthy. I really don't think that.
It's like a seance, but I don't know. It's weird.
Like even this guy, I joined it because I saw the happiness it brought to others, but it's still. How do you move? Like,
You gotta
I don't
move
know.
on.
Like, yeah, like
you gotta
there's
be able
no.
to. I mean, you don't have to
leaving.
forget or nothing, but you just got to be able to like go through the process.
Yes. I don't know. It's just I don't think it's a good outlet for grief.
Because it's like one thing, when you always go visit someone's grave, and go put flowers, you may say something to them or how, you sit there for a minute, kind of reminisce or whatever.
Yes.
As opposed to like trying to have like a full on, because this thing is like so much like having a full conversation with that person because it samples their voice. It does everything that we think of that AI is trying to do. Of course, they up it. I don't know if AI is quite there yet to where they're making it, but it's definitely a scary look to the future.
It is. It is.
And this guy's the ethics committee.
Like I don't know. Stuff like this scares me because I'm like, how do you move on? Now you have this thing that you could hold on to that generates the person's voice and whatever, and it's like I could see people getting stuck with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I could actually see people becoming dependent on this
Oh
because
yeah.
like here it is, you lost somebody and now this kind of keeps them alive in a sense, and like where does it stop? You
And
know what
guys,
I
let
mean?
us know what you think too about this episode as we go through it. What do you think about the AI app and about Ben and all of his crazy? Because this episode gets really
I
good
don't
for
know.
Ben. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think as we go through it. I know we will kind of ramble on. So if you guys want to let us know in the chat what you think, I'll definitely highlight you. We're probably gonna do a call in too soon, so you guys can definitely come on panel with us and let us know.
Yes.
But yeah, David, this was crazy. It was crazy because like apparently the app for a few people, the whole reason why the father Ignatius was kind of involved with it is this guy. They have a few people who have a weird sort of interaction where it goes demonic.
That I laughed so hard when I was like, see, fucking bringing out the devil. AI is bringing out the fucking devil. See this
And
shit?
then, yep, and it did say that. Like, it was after this meeting, it said something like, well, what is the connection to the evil? They're trying to figure out the algorithm, right? And then it pans to this. I was like, oh, okay, well, that explains it all. Yes, it was part of their, misinformation and what was all those different departments that Daffodil has. I'm sure
And it
one of
just makes
them.
sense. It makes
Mm-hmm.
sense that like they would use something like this to
Yeah.
get to people, and uh, this just screams fucking Leland and Daffodil.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, Leland, of course, is ever resourceful. As shown in this episode, him and Cheryl's war has picked up in this episode. It's
Yes, it
gone full
has.
007.
Yes, we
He's
have
got the
hidden
knife in the
weapons
fold.
and
She's got the.
Teflon armor,
Look at
and
this. He's put this shit in his fucking suitcase. He's got a secret compartment. For this thing is huge.
that's handy though.
That is wild.
I want one. Walk around
What
with a
is the name of
suitcase with a
that?
sword.
NARDOS Nardos?
I want
That's
one.
this shop here that sells this fashionable Kevlar. You can't even tell that's body armor she's wearing, ladies and gentlemen. All the
Nope.
rage. Looks so
It's high
fashionable.
end.
It's very high end. She's even told her, she's like, well, if you want something for close range bullets, you're going to have to go less fashionable. She's like, no, this is fine. He usually does knives.
Yeah,
Oh my
he
God.
likes knives. He likes his knives.
And it's like, it's so weird because it's almost like even in Daffodil, the company, they know there's a fight between Leland and Cheryl. Neither one of them are fired. They just have to, like, it's whoever dies is that nobody cares. It's like whatever.
Right? Like they're like, whoever just survives, we're good with.
Just
Even
don't,
the
as long
bad
as
is
you
just
don't
like deal
ruin,
with it.
like, yeah, as long as you don't
Deal
ruin or
with it.
sabotage the Antichrist, we're fine.
Yes.
Whatever happens, happens. Oh, they're both
Pretty
going
much.
back to work. He knows she's coming back to work. It's her first day back. She's gonna pretend like she's been sick. She's back here like scoping him out, and he's got his phone like ready to stab her. It was just like this whole episode was so good, Dana. It was so good, so wild. I mean, it really was. She got her lady.
They're at war. They're trying to
She's got her
outsmart
coven.
each other, outdo
Look,
each other.
Cheryl got her coven. I still feel she's a witch, like bad witch. Cheryl, and look, she got her coven of ladies.
Yes. And
Or
she
is that
broke
just
that
me?
glass ceiling.
She did. Look at them. They all standing up here like, what kind of meeting is this? Oh shit!
Oh, but the
And it's
best was when
cracking.
the dude was like on his phone and walked in and
Yeah.
just fell. He just walked in and Leland's just looking at him like,
Dude,
what the
look, I
fuck?
love it. Leland, okay, so it cracks, right? they fall in, and Leland and manager, they get ready to set up like this big stage teleprompt meeting thing. I don't know. And they hear it, and Leland runs in with his fucking phone knife ready to go.
Right? Like ready to.
Here he is, Dana. Here's your guy. Dude, he's on his cell phone. See what they say about walking and texting.
Yep. Pay attention. He's just walking, it just falls.
He falls right in. And the manager gets on all
laughing so hard.
He brings in the whole covenant. Look, it's a covenant of how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's a nice one. 15 ladies.
Yep.
And it's like, what do y'all do? And she's like, I've told y'all for weeks that I have not been comfortable with this glass ceiling. And thank God I wasn't in there when it came down. Like, the manager's not stupid, but at the same time, he does kind of respect the move.
Yes. It's like you got evil respects evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, all right, I'll give you that one. You get a little nod and a wink.
Look, they did a whole unions moment, right? Because they asked for demands. They got 2 out of the 3. What? They ended up getting all 3, but essentially at first they got 2 out of the 3 demands.
Yep.
It worked out. They striked the glass ceiling, and they got what they wanted a little bit. It was pretty good.
Yes, they did.
Oh, poor manager.
Girl power. Girl power.
It's the last time we get to see the manager.
Hashtag femininity.
Oh yeah, they definitely showed it they're definitely trying to show it in this episode, but then they still left it at the end though with Leland on top. So they definitely gave both sides. Gave both
pretty much.
They broke the glass ceiling, but they didn't win. They thought they won.
When he at the end when he's like doing whatever he's doing, Cheryl's like, oh fuck. She's like, oh,
look,
fuck.
This is even better. Look, they're so happy right now. They feel like they're winning. She's like, can I give you a hug? Well, he got the knife out. And he goes to stab her with it. He's so happy. He's like, yeah, I stabbed her. And it breaks.
Yep, it like bends. Like, it's like, and she just like gives him this smirk.
He's like, enjoy your retirement or something. Or, don't know, she knows he's unemployment, I think she said was unemployment.
Yep, and Ben's like, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. We get into the app, and they're all going to try it, David, because they're all going to try to use these keywords. There's 3 keywords. It was Jesus, pillow and Michael.
And yeah,
something.
It was fucking weird.
There you go. We'll get to it. I got a screenshot of it. To try to trigger the algorithm to get like demonic, because they went through and tried to figure out of the people who were having this problem, what was the same words or what was it that was being used to maybe trigger the algorithm to see if they can't fix it. And so they got to come up with someone. So he comes up with Winston Churchill, which doesn't get him too far. He doesn't really say too much to him because there's not much on his hard drive. There's not much for the AI to go off of.
Yes.
So he thinks of his departed love, Julia.
Yes, Miss Julia.
Oh, and this messed with him, and it was hard.
It did. It's creepy as fuck. Like, it was really talking to him. Like, don't you want to know this? And like, don't you want to ask me questions? Like, get away from me. Get away from me, you creepy fucking AI bot.
ChatBot. They get to share. Look, we get the pop-up book on it. Finally, pop-up book came back.
We missed you. Our little book.
Like, we get to create our little chatbot. You just kind of flip and design it. Oh no! What does all this say? I tried to read this earlier. I couldn't understand half of it. I can understand like every third word. I'm like, look at me and something. Is that A.L. Alassan and that might be? It's like, remember how like the demon on the chatbot was doing 3 different languages?
Yes,
it's like 3 different languages. Yeah,
the Sumerian and like some fucking other shit.
So yeah, there's some words on there, guys. Something with Hari. Wait, is this? Why does that sound like some Valerian shit or some? You know what I'm saying? What was it? We already saw her. We saw her ass in his vision. I swear to God, if they're doing like a weird like Easter egg to TV shows or something, I called it first.
Yes, you did. I will.
But is it
I will
Valerian?
bear
What is
witness.
the language? I'm not up to date on this season, and I have totally been involved with like evil and other stuff that I totally lost my Game of Thrones knowledge that I had.
I think it's High Valerian.
Is that High Valerian? I swear, if the guys who watch it, if there's High Valerian in here, we saw the blonde chick.
Yes, that looked like
the mother
Daenerys.
of dragons, yeah, Daenerys.
Kate's telling you
Don't
not even
speak
to
the
speak the words.
Oh, my bad.
Never read the Latin.
No, it's okay. You just don't finish it. I can't finish it. What does it say? And more. I'm just keep reading. Look, Kate's like, damn it, Scarlett. Just move on. Okay, there. Look, we moved on.
I'm telling you, if my lights start flickering, I'm hanging up this stream. I'm running away.
Like leaving, run for the hills. But he does. He gets into talking with his lady, Miss Julia, and yeah, it gets a little weird. He's kind of like putting off by it because he's like, nah, this ain't real. Like, how's she talking to me like this? But it gets weirder. Like, it just only kind of is like semi creepy, And then when they really get into like talking to this guy and they start telling him, like, look, man, there's some weird stuff going on. And he don't listen to him.
This whole episode was just some fuckery of fuckery.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ben's got the glasses. All right, so he's got these sunglasses or reading glasses. They're reading glasses. These were the reading glasses. It's a little, like I said, we're 007 secret agents up in this bitch now, Dana. He got spy glasses to watch himself.
He sure does.
He's spying on himself, guys. This is the craziest episode ever. And he gets a tinfoil hat. Can't make this shit up.
Poor Ben.
So he's got this camera kind of set to go off like every 4 hours or something like that, so that if he's got any lapses and where he can't remember what's going on, the gin takes over or whatever's going on with his brain, he'll at least have a record of what he did.
Yes.
And Kristen notices. She's like,
Smart.
So what's up with these reading glasses? Oh, I just sometimes need reading glasses.
Sometimes I use them.
Yeah. Nothing.
You see nothing. You see nothing.
Really, she's so proud of herself. Bob's Kate, I'm sorry. I know it's gonna get worse too. You might want, if you're not into the creep factor and stuff, it's trigger warnings, just warnings all around, ladies and gentlemen. This episode gets darker as we go and creepier.
Yes. And Cheryl's all into herself. Like, she's like, yep, I did it. I did it.
About the class, she was happy. She's like, I sit right here in my destruction.
Yep, she's like, the glass can't even scratch my ass because of my Teflon dress.
And the manager's like, why aren't you cleaning this up? And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. I like it. And they kind of do this exchange where he's kind of like recognizes that she's got balls, but hey, don't. He's kind of like letting her know, don't go too far. And so, she throws Leland under the bus, says that Leland gave the baby the exorcism because, like, out of the three, he's like, you can't get rid of Leland. If you try to kill him, you're fucked. And she's like, but sir, you don't know what he's done.
Yeah.
So this
he baptized the Antichrist.
This baptism was used by just about like 3 different people, or it seemed like it was just used. She used it to kind of fuck Leland or let him know like she did it to fuck Leland. And then she uses it to completely fuck Leland to the manager, where Leland completely uses it to fuck the manager in the end. This poor baby's baptism certificate got all crazy.
But the best is when the manager's like holding the certificate and you see the smoke starting to come off.
There he is. He's pissed.
He's fuming. Literally.
Oh yeah, he was pissed. He was like growling and shit.
I was waiting for like it actually to burst into flames. Literal fuming.
It was Jesus, Pillow, and Michael Bay.
Yes. Like, odd, but okay. We'll go with it.
Mm-hmm. And this was Ben. He's trying to use it. He creates like a BS like avatar that's for nobody. It's a no one avatar, and he's getting nowhere with it. It's just kind of like basically doing nothing, just random. Do you want to do jumping jacks? Because the algorithm has nothing to base itself off of. So the AI is just kind of jumping around. And his sister comes over and is kind of explaining to him, like, you got to create, like, from someone real. It's got to have, like, something off your hard drive or something, the files that need something to create this with. So she does their mother. And somehow, as they're talking to it, and of course, Ben, like, wants to have nothing to do with this. He's like, and this is weird and creepy. And sister's like, this isn't it's not our mom. This is just a AI bot. It's the algorithm. It's not real. It's just, she's full on, like, she's religious, but she's understanding of the science.
Yeah.
Until they get to a certain point where she asks essentially the chatbot about Ben and his headaches that he's been having and the gin that he talks about.
Yes. And what does the mom do? Say, go pray.
Look, Ben has his little headache. He tries the rubber band trick. It don't seem to be working. So they give his mom's like, yeah, go pray. And gives an address to someone because they mentioned their dad, right? Where did your dad go when he had headaches? And to Dr. Howard on the Upper East Side. They're like, Mom, I don't know no one on the Upper East Side. Name of Dr. Howard. Bullshit. Somebody paid for this advertisement. And then
we're moving on up, Scarlett. We're moving on up.
Dr. Howard dug it, gave the address, and it says, I don't know. So they said, is this paid advertisement? Because Ben's like, no, nobody, we don't know this doctor. Of course, somebody must have paid for advertisement. So the algorithm kind of throws that in there. If it gets like something that triggers it to say that you need a doctor, it gives you a doctor in your area that's local. And then she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Mom died in 2000. Talking about their mom. This lady here really died in 2017, and she knew nothing about this doctor or anyone on the Upper East Side. This is someone who paid to advertise, and then essentially they broke the AI at that point.
Yes.
Which is weird because it doesn't talk to him anymore, but he goes to the doctor later. But he doesn't do it like him. He does it when he's having his headache blackout moments. It's weird. But they kind of
maybe the migraines trigger when whatever's going on with him takes over.
It is, and that's kind of what that doctor kind of hinted at. Even Dr. Kurt was kind of hinted at, like, yeah, obviously the headache is the sign of the neurological trigger, and then it could be smells that cause it. It could be all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, we find out the helmet keeps that at bay, so that's probably the djinn trying to fuck with him. I'm assuming. I mean, I'm not sure yet, but I would assume it'd be the djinn.
Shit, I'm about to go make myself a fucking tinfoil hat at this point.
I know, right?
I get it now. Gotta start covering my windows with the aluminum foil. If you don't hear from me, Scarlett, you know why. I've given up and I'm just gonna hide in my tinfoil castle.
I know, right? Yeah,
That's
be careful.
It. That's it. I'm done.
And Chris says she tries Andy. She's gonna do the chatbot Andy. He's gone, sorta, which was weird. I didn't think it was completely weird for her to use him, but I was like, ooh, I don't know what's it gonna say. Like, I wouldn't want to use. And I don't know what's worse, using someone that's still alive or someone that's dead in this thing. It creeps me out either way.
Yeah, it really does. And then she switched to David, and it just got all types of fucking weird.
Well, she tries to do the Jesus Pillow Michael Bay, and he's just kind of, well, that's an odd greeting after so long. Did you have a religious experience or something? Like, it's not picking up. The algorithm's just, it's not doing the evil thing. It's just kind of like even algorithms, like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand what you're trying to get to. And then she does. She switches to David. thinking that David might be a little more religious, so maybe the algorithm will kick in a little bit more. And I don't know if on her computer, maybe she's got more communications and stuff with David right now than she does with her husband, just because they're doing a lot of stuff with work. And she hasn't been able to communicate with him because he's been, like his cell phone's gone. She has less communication with him now that he's up in the psych clinic kind of place. But it does. It goes directly into what you think of between the two of them, where the evil's been sort of seeding, and gets him to kind of go creepy dude on her. And tells her basically stuff like, I don't even want to repeat what it said, Dana. Because it didn't even show it on the text. Like, it just said it, right? Because usually I was trying to get, like, the text chat stuff. And it was, like, the voice chat stuff. But it didn't, like, reappear up here. I'm like, dang it. But no, it was talking about her panties and all kinds of stuff, trying to get with her.
It got a little sexual.
Got a little saucy.
Got a little sexual there.
A little spicy.
Yes.
And Kristen was even
hot
like,
sauce on there.
She wasn't completely into it. She was even like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like, what if I said I don't like this? And he was like, yeah, I know you do. But it got creepier. It got real creepy later. It got creepy for David. He's doing it kind of goes through the three of them with their chat bots. And he's now talking because it's called him. The chat bot has now called him as Julia. And it tells him, like, because he's basically trying to say, you're just an algorithm, you're an AI bot, you're not real. And it's trying to convince him. And it's like, well, just give me access, do the mirror filter thing, and lay down. And it puts her in, like, the image with him, and it freaks him the fuck out.
That would horrify me.
Because she's no longer with us, according to storyline. And, yeah, she's just kind of in the picture. And he throws the phone down. He's creeped out that night. Like, this is all simultaneously happened, where Kristen wakes up to her laptop camera being flipped on by this AI bot thing, chat bot. And she tries to, like, exit it out and close it. And yes, Kate, she was pushing the button. Kristen was pushing the escape button. It wasn't working.
She was pushing all types of buttons, and nothing was working.
And it was like, no, don't. And she's just like, what the fuck? And then it goes super creepy on her. And it calls her calls her a bitch whore, the mother, or the whore Babylon.
Yup. It did. It got a little mean.
It says some stuff in Latin.
She made it angry.
And yeah, and then it pans to this evil guy here, where he basically repeats what this chatbot says, like, in a minute. Like, he kind of repeats what he says, or the chatbot says about Kristen. He kind of repeats it. It was, again, I think that me and Dana are pretty, I think, on the same page with Daffodil's part of that chatbot company.
Yeah.
That app company.
It sure is.
But manager's pissed. He's pissed. Even the baby could tell. It was creeping the baby out. The baby was like, oh shit, we in trouble. I didn't do it.
Baby's like, wasn't me. It wasn't me.
But he shows Leland the baptism paperwork. He's like, how dare you? How dare you baptize this child? And he's like, hey, bitch, you gonna believe that?
He's
think
like,
that little bit of water,
little magic
bit of water
water.
Turn the Antichrist evil? Not
he is
even.
So good in this show.
Oh, he is so good as a bad guy. He completely
you want to punch him, but you want to be like, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, he basically just kind of makes it out like the baptism doesn't mean anything. Although we do know it did, right? Because we saw it. We saw how the child changed. So although Leland's trying to say it doesn't matter because he doesn't want to die because he knows he done messed up. He is, I think, trying to get it back on track. He's trying to say, okay, yeah, we can fix this. It's still fixable for them on their side, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
But I don't know, though. He pulled out some stuff this episode that made me think, all right, well, it changes the game a little bit. Where Leland's willing to go, you know what I mean? Like, which shouldn't surprise me, but yep, he got the boot from the old manager, got fired. He don't even get to keep his baby. But he talks
Nope.
about the whore of Babylon, Kristen, the cheater, adulterer, a woman who
Turning her
was
back on God.
a woman who was
The
possessed by demons, who
Possess,
murdered
yeah,
a
all that
man.
shit. Cheated
You
on
know,
her husband.
the real whore of Babylon, the mother of the Antichrist. I mean, just the manager didn't give a fuck. But
Not
here's
in the
surrogate
slightest.
mommy. Surrogate mommy gets to come in with the box, good old box, get your things and leave. No, you don't get to take the baby with you. It's like the baby's almost like the stapler, It's company.
Company property.
Yep.
You don't get to leave with that.
No, she gets to keep the baby because she's still part of the company.
Yep.
But they come back the next morning and let these guys, the team does, they come back, David, Kristen, and Ben, and let them know, or I think it was just Kristen and David at first. And she's like, yeah, this chatbot thing is completely invasive. It turned my camera on. It spoke to me in a manner I did not appreciate. It's like she didn't
They're
want to
like,
say.
oh, do you have the conversation? Can we see it? She's like, well, what?
No,
What
I
does that
deleted
matter?
it. No, I
Wait,
deleted
what?
it.
Nope, nope.
It's like, oh, no,
just
it's
on our
fine. We have it
server.
on the server. Wait, David, I need to talk to you real quick.
She's like, just so you know,
I used you.
I used you and think you were a little naughty.
It kind of went weird. I
And
was trying to
David's
do the
like,
because you were religious.
thanks for the heads up.
And they're in the middle of it, and they have like looking at the server or whatever to bring up the conversation, and it's all basically like speakerphone kind of thing. It's loud, and all she hears is the conversation of David talking about her panties and stuff, and she's like, whoa, 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 hang on.
Fast forward that. Way
Like,
further.
y'all have
way
a
after
search
that.
function or something? Could y'all like go towards the very end, please, when he actually
Keep
calls me
going.
like the whore of
Keep
Babylon?
going.
That's
Keep
the part
going.
y'all need to hear. And then she's so satisfied when he does like hear it. When they get to that part, she's like, "Oh, yep, that's the part I'm talking about, right there." Don't
She's like,
worry about the
"That's
rest of that."
Ignore everything else. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
I caught this up here. I don't know why I did. I don't know if it was just maybe it was just like a weird camera thing that happened. But if you watch, I'm gonna try to clip it later. None of you see it when you watch it. There was this weird thing with the clouds, and it moved. This line here, it's almost like electrical line.
Huh.
It moved in with the clouds. Now, it could just be like a glare thing. I just wasn't sure.
I did not notice that.
This whole thing, it moved. Like, you see how like the clouds kind of moved? It kind of moved. I don't know what was that. It was weird. Just something I've noticed that, but I didn't see no messages this episode. Nope, frequencies. Exactly. Or Kate. I'm sorry. I'm confused the hell out of both y'all. But yes, Kate, frequencies. It could have been because right after that, Dana, we get our boy. He's styling the tinfoil hat.
Oh, I loved it. He's in the fedora, got the sunglasses. He's just looking all types. But that was great when he fucking pulled off his hat, and I saw that they was both looking at him like, Ben.
And he's like, I don't remember this hat or this hat either. That's something.
You got something up there.
I mean, it's full on tinfoil hat, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I got to get this. We got to make an emoji. We got to do something with it. We cannot waste it. It was too good.
Well, if you're trying to block out frequencies.
And the doctor talked about electrical storms, and then there was like that weird kind of glow in the clouds. So I was like, what the hell's going on? Are we going to get like a Ghostbusters, marshmallow dude at the top or something? I don't know. The electrical storm.
Telling you.
And as soon as Ben took the helmet off, he got.
And tell me that building behind them doesn't look like the Ghostbuster fucking building.
That's what I said when I was looking at this. Hang on. You look at that, Dana. It's got this weird line, and then, like I said, it moved with the clouds.
I was waiting for what's her name? Gozer.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the fucking gates to open.
That's why he
Gozer
had.
to
That's
come out.
they coming after Ben. And see, as soon as he took the hat off, he got the headaches back, and then they put the hat on, and he was okay. So he goes and looks at his spy cam, and he finds this doctor here that he goes to see. This was the doctor his mama or his chatbot dead mama told him to go see. And he told him to wear a tinfoil hat.
See, it's true.
He's just creepy all around, Dana.
Creepy is an understatement.
So he even gives him the hat. Says, "Oh, well, here, you wear this." And he's like, "And if you don't, you're gonna not like this when you go to sleep." He has to get in this little thing. He got to rub himself up like a baked potato. And here's his little demon friend still here, kind of taunting him about it and telling him how ridiculous he is. Gonna be wrapped up like a baked potato.
All he needs is some sour cream and some chives.
And Ben's like, "If it works, it works. It's science." He's like, if you can't touch me, then it works. And the demon goes to goes to grab Ben, and Ben goes into the tinfoil, and he can't get him, Dana. He blocked the frequency.
But now my question is, where the fuck did he get a piece of tinfoil so big that he was able to sleep in that shit? Like, did you just order that shit off Amazon?
I'm assuming he got like one of them big rolls, and you just kind of rolled it out and made a blanket out of it. Folded it over and over and over. Like
I was dying. Ordered that shit off Amazon.
Probably got, like I said, a couple, things of foil and just kind of wrapped them to make a blanket. That's what I would have done. Because I don't know if they make something that big. I mean, maybe. I don't think they do, though. I don't think they have like a pig bag or something like that. You roast a pig.
What are your measurements? We'll get you over that sheet of tinfoil.
So Ben, he feels confident now. He's figured out how to keep this little dude at bay. So now he's letting everybody know, all right, we're gonna put the little Band-Aid over your camera so he can't see what we're doing. And we're gonna talk to this David. Not this David, chatbot David. See if we can't figure out why it's so demonic. But he don't want to talk to her for a minute, right? Until she starts saying the Latin. And then it goes, knock, knock. And the little dude at the door. Got a rose for. There's some panties in it. Like you pull the tab in his panties. And I'm like, whoa, all right, that's a little bit weird. And I love looking like all their faces because they were all just like, what? But this boy here takes a picture of it because apparently he's talking to a chatbot too. It's his ex-girlfriend. Told him that he needed to do this or she would not want to talk to him anymore or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So the chatbots are chatbotting together, Dana. They're correlating.
It's fucking random.
So this guy here was the ethics committee. They're like, dude, this shit's gone beyond just a little invasive, my camera popping on. This thing's like sending people to my house and stuff. Full on, like crazy shit. And he's like, yeah, no, we recognize it. It's bad. We told them, and they're firing me and the whole ethics committee department. And yeah, my only suggestion is to delete the app. That's all I got for you. Like, he recognized how bad it was. Like, he had safeguards. Like, everything Ben's telling me, y'all got to, like, start from scratch, initiate better safeguards. Company don't want to do it because they got to get it's got to get it on the market before someone beats them, Dana.
Yep.
Can't. And money to be made. Can't worry about safeguards.
This episode was fucking great.
It was so good. This poor guy, though, he was actually I think he was, like, even though I don't agree with, like, the technology, he seemed to at least understand the dangers and tried to, like, he understood that, yeah, this went too far. We need to start over. We need to, like, redo this shit. Something ain't right, But nope, they fired him. Got him time for that business. Then we get to the presentation. What is it? Every 60 generations or something like that. Something daffodils and all the prophecies, and he's all up here. The manager's just talking. He's feeling himself. And they all think they won. She thinks she still got the Antichrist, but they flipped it on him. They done found a new set of parents with a baby. They're going to be the new mother and father to the Antichrist. but not if Leland can say anything about it.
He's
He-
like, lies.
Oh,
Lies.
lies. And all this is like board holders too and shit. Like I don't know what the fuck. They got a camera and everything. Like it was almost like a television kind of thing. But it wasn't. I don't know if it was televised or it was just televised for the board members. The 60.
I wasn't too sure about that either. Like, it's just what broadcasting served. Like, oh, let me turn on the meeting about the Antichrist.
It was weird, but it was high production though. It was ready to go. It is, but yeah, he called out the manager. So the manager did this paperwork, and he took him and got the kid baptized. That this baby was the true Antichrist, and he's the father. And God damn it, you're not overturning my son. And he goes up on stage, and he's like, the manager starts choking on his words because, Leland poisoned him with the water. He's a demon, Dana. How did a demon not know?
Right?
You just get poisoned like that?
That water didn't taste a little funny?
Was it holy water or something? Like, how did he poison him with?
That water not taste a little funny? Didn't have a little twang to it?
Mm-hmm. He was talking some mad shit to you.
Did it taste a little salty?
Oh yeah, just a little bit. He was all foaming at the mouth. Not before Leland. Oh wait, that's when Cheryl was out. She realized like this shit's getting bad. And yeah, he totally eats the heart, rips dude open, and he's like, I do something. What did he say? Fucking. I forgot. I forgot.
Like I am God.
No, yeah, so like that. Oh, it was right out the Bible. It's blasphemous itself.
He was like, I am God.
He's ultra powerful. He done ate 2 demons.
Right? He's got some shit inside of him, Leland. Better go take some fiber.
This Kate, it's beyond. It's crazy. Dude is like super evil now. So
So does that make him the manager now?
I don't know, but I know it caused Cheryl to leave. She was out. She was like, no more. She's like, shit, he killed the manager. Oh, snap. We gone. It's bad.
I'm out. Peace.
She's like, I need more Kevlar. I gotta go back to the shop.
I need that bulletproof.
For real.
Gotta walk out with a helmet, like ready for war.
Like, I can't wait to see what this next episode is gonna be like, because that's like, oh, like who's next in line? I don't know. Who's next in charge? But the
full body armor type shit.
I know, right? Like it's about to, the bubble is about to burst.
Cheryl's in trouble now, though. If Leland does take over, like,
yeah, she's fucked.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be able to wiggle her way.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, what she did was kind of funny and cute and everything with the managers. What he did was like real power. I was like, oh shit, you might want to take your game up, Cheryl.
Yep, like she manipulated the situation, but Leland went in for the kill, literally.
Yeah,
like you could have your little moment there, Cheryl, but yeah, this is how real evil works.
Mm-hmm. He did. He showed everybody. He was on teleprompter. No, he didn't care. He cared. He was being telecasted. He was like, "I am the one. Follow me." Dun dun dun. Oh snap!
Yep. I am God.
But yep, David and Kristen and them, they pretty much all get rid of their accounts. I don't know if he deleted. I can't remember if Ben deleted his. I thought he did, but I cannot remember. But there he is, all wrapped up like a baked potato, guys, sleeping away.
Yep. That's some crazy shit.
Which is pretty funny, though, right? I mean,
it's fucking hilarious, Scarlett. I was dying. I told
you, it's the gift that just keeps on giving. I mean, evil just never ceases to amaze me with like yeah, there's a lot of hard, like really deep stuff in the episode, and this is kind of deep too, but it's just so like the comedy that they add in there kind of mixed with all the crazy like dramatic horror and stuff.
That is tinfoil hat to the 10th degree.
I just let it soak in for a minute for all you Alien fans. There you go. He's living the alien dream.
We gotta
He's
show this
now
to
happy.
Snuggy, look,
He's happy
look,
now.
look,
He
Snuggy.
can't. His alien Jen can't get to him anymore. And remember, I told you that Jen reminded me of the aliens from that movie.
Oh
See?
yeah, something Mars.
Yeah, was
Mars
it Mars
Attack.
Attacks? Yeah. I don't know why I
Where they
got
had the
that
big old
vibe.
brains.
Yeah, yeah, and he's got the big old brain inside the damn glass dome. So see, it all fits, Dana. Full circle.
It's
I'm
all connected.
good. Oh my gosh.
It's all connected.
What I found weird about this ending, like David goes back and forth. He eventually does delete it. Not before, it really kind of pulls at him a little bit. But even after he deletes it, he still gets a call from the unknown number. So, like, I thought that was, like, it was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought once they deleted it, that was like, that's it. It don't have access anymore. But it's still trying to call him.
Pretty much, but this also brings us back to How to Train Your Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're having access to these fucking, technology-based things when we're supposed to be able to have control over it, and it's more so these things have control over us.
Yep. It definitely.
That deleting doesn't work anymore. And that's what scares me.
Access. Yeah, because it still was trying to call him. And then what comes back? His little demon Kristen.
Like, you as the human gave it the prompt to go away, and it, did it.
And said, nah, I'm sticking around a little bit longer. I'm happy. And it triggered his demon to come back. Because you notice, like, his demon comes back when he's dealing with certain issues.
Yes. Like, it almost gave Demon Kristen access to him.
Mm-hmm. Which we already thought that this app has some kind of weird. I don't know. I think the show's wants it to be more than just technology, right? I think it is part of, like, of course, Daffodil using the technology for evil. But I could see them, like, oh yeah, did you, like, next episode? Hey Cheryl, did you check out the new ChatBot AI thing, Last Connection? We just picked them up. Like, I'm sure y'all did.
Getting ready to go public there, Cheryl.
But the end of this episode gets to really weird because it's not weird, but it really hits because, it talks about how just the state, because they're essentially showing the state of the world at the time when this was filmed. And even still, it's still true now, There's a lot of craziness out there and all the global unrest and just something about this conversation between the three of them, how they were sitting here was just, I don't know. It was the way David said, I don't have any more, like, advice. It just kind of is what it is.
Yep. Kristen's like, is it just me? Or is the world really getting fucking weirder and crazier? And yes, it is, Kristen. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
And then I wonder if they're going to talk about, because they talked about the weather in New York and how, y'all get, like, stuff like tornadoes and hurricanes. And she joked about frogs falling from the sky. And I'm wondering if they're going to next season, y'all going to get your earthquake.
And then what happens last night? We got a bad fucking storm.
Mm-hmm. Right. And they're sitting here talking about it, and they're just like, yep, cheers. And then pow, pow,
yep.
Lightning flashing and stuff. Like, oh shit. The looming storm is upon them.
And that's what I felt like. I was like, Scarlett, you hear that thunder? I was like, you hear that shit? I was like, that shit's crazy.
Oh, mine was like, bad, it sounds too.
Like bombs are going fucking off. My dog's fucking, like, it's the end of the fucking world. I turned my computer
off yesterday afternoon for a little while because it was popping so hard that it, like, you could hear I don't know how to explain it, but we got, like, one of the cords for, like, one of our speakers. I don't know if it's loose or whatever, but every once in a while you'll hear it make the little, like, if you ever put a speaker cord, it goes or make the little, like, break sound or whatever. Well, you can hear electricity going through it when the lightning goes. That's how I could tell, like, how bad it was, because you would hear it make the zap sound, and then it was like lightning and thunder, like, and it was bad. It was loud as fuck. I was like, shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm turning everything off. I don't want my stuff to be fried. I was like, no. it would probably be okay, but just in case, don't take a chance. Turn it
Yep,
off.
I was like,
We're good.
it's crazy. This
Poor kitty
fucking
cat was
weather is just
scared.
crazy.
She
Oh
I
my
know your
God,
doggy was.
Nico.
Yeah, I know Nico
She
was
was
scared.
like, give me something, knock me out. Like, because it was bad. Like, me and Terry were sitting here, like, just looking at each other, like, what the fuck? You hear this shit? She's looking at her weather app, and I'm like, what is going on? And then, yep, we found out this morning we took on a little bit of water. It's insane.
I know. Poor Danny got no power. I was waiting for their power to go out in this episode. The way it was flickering, I was like, oh snap! Blackout, looming storm, Antichrist. Oh my goodness.
I was waiting for the fucking tornado to touch down. I was ready to go outside and just and see like
Dorothy, the witch on the bike.
Hell yeah, flying past my house, waiting for Toto to show up. Like, bitch, where's Dorothy? I'm missing Dorothy.
Where's the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the Lion? Where y'all at?
Pretty much. So yes, everybody, I do not know if we will be doing D&D tonight.
Yeah, she'll have no power, so unfortunately we're probably gonna have to cancel tonight's stream for D&D. But hopefully she'll get it all worked out. I know her daddy's working hard on it, and by Saturday we will be back and ready. We will not allow things to stop us. We will come back stronger.
I'm just gonna blame Abraxas. It's all Abraxas' fault.
He flooded out the DM.
He took down my power. I hear him snickering in the background. Wah!
See, I'd blame the evil show. That's what I was blaming this morning. I'm like, damn it. Because I didn't know if you were going to be able to. I didn't know if you were going to be able to stream with us this morning. I was like, oh, another technical issues, guys. Sorry. I was like, oh no.
No, because I typically stream with you from my phone, so my dad gave me enough time before he cut everything off. Because we didn't lose power because of anything. My dad had a bunch of open wires downstairs, and in order to fix it, he has to turn us off. So when we took on the water last night, he was like, I have to turn everything off. But he gave me just enough time to watch Evil this morning. He was nice enough to give me time.
It didn't stop us. It ain't going to stop us with D&D either. Damn it. We will get back to playing.
He's trying. He's like, I'll try to get it done by tonight. So we'll see.
But no, guys, that is the episode. Oh, wait. And we got this was in the intro credits. It told us it takes only 50 seconds to watch this intro. A haunting lasts a lifetime. And it says,
I know. That's the last shit we need. Seriously?
Don't risk it, Dana. I hope you watch it. I watched it twice.
I let the intros play now, and I'm like, I ain't fucking with that. I believe you. I'll take your word.
Apparently, the Netflix ones are okay to skip. It told us that.
I was like, I believe you. I will not be skipping the intro. I believe. I'm a believer.
It is fun though, man. It's pretty creepy. Oh, and guys, also check out after the episode. Did you check out the after the episode on this one?
I didn't know there was one.
Well, there's after the credits roll, there's a little bit of kind of behind the scenes talking about the season so far. They talked about the monsters and the guy that I'm gonna get all that together. I'm gonna try to find a way to clip it if I can to show it to you guys, because I don't know if I can. I know I can't show it off that streaming service, but it does. It talks about the guy who is essentially the one guy that we saw in season 1 that does George. He does all of the monsters, all the ones that are the manager, the boot monster for Kurt. There's a whole list of them that he does. He's the same guy that does them. Of course, he didn't do the ones that are the animatronic ones, the little dude for Grief, or the
our little demonic pig.
Yeah, But the one that was the word one that got fat or whatever, they showed kind of like the guy who creates them and then the guy who plays them and stuff. So that was really good. Behind the scenes, sort of looking at how they do the monsters and stuff like that, kind of giving you a little bit more into that. And it is. It's all pretty practical. Yeah, they got a little bit of animatronics, and then they probably add a little bit of, the effects and stuff in there. But most of it, from my understanding, is pretty realistic as far as, they're using real costumes and stuff like that, like really good costume designs. So
You
check
could
that
tell.
out after the episode.
You could tell the practical effects of it. And I've always loved that. And like even when we talk to Benda, even he knows like I love practical effects more than CG. Like I get it. Certain stuff there's just with CGI now you can't get away with not using it, but I love when anything goes the practical effects route.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's always nice to see it still existing, because I mean the practical effects are even better than they used to be too. So like all the costumes and the makeup and stuff like that, and the prosthetics and everything are really good. And they really did show even like the word monster, kind of how it like ripped open or whatever and stuff, and the outfit. It was pretty cool.
Yes.
And I think he was the Jins. He plays the Jins as well. So he's played all kind of demons, and even he said like just the way like they portray a lot of these demons is very creepy. And then they talked about the one that we got, the red demon with the horns on the bridge, and how he was just kind of like a regular dude. Like he's just resting. Like he wasn't really trying to haunt nobody, wasn't really trying to do too much. He was just kind of there. I'm just chill. Like
he was just stuck in the fuckery. He didn't
like,
necessarily want to be.
It was funny the way they talked about it.
Played a dude, resting.
Because like all the other ones had these other like real characteristics where they were animalistic or like grief or whatever, and this guy, he was he was a dude demon. Because he didn't even he wouldn't even want to like hurt Sister Andrea, not really. Like he was like, could you just go? Could you just walk back from where you came?
He was like, please come on. He's like, I don't want to do this. Like, just leave me alone. I'm just chilling here. I'm not bothering no one.
I'm not haunting. I'm just chilling. They're like, you want to go to hell? If you want to go down that way, whatever.
He's like, it's down that way. Make a left.
I just want to relax here.
Make a left. Keep following it until you get real hot. You're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this episode, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. And I think when my mom watches it, she'll like it too.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Just our first watch, I'd definitely give it a 9. But we'll see how it settles with me.
I'm up there too.
Give it a second or third watch. Because, I mean, I just can't get over this. That right there alone makes it a 9. Get Ben and a potato. He's a potato now. He's Ben the potato.
Mr. Potato.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna call him, Mr. Potato. We gotta get the little
Magnificent. Mr.
We gotta get the little different changing pieces. Give him different hat.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the mustache.
Oh God. But he's sleeping peacefully though. No headaches. No, Jen doesn't seem to be as bothersome.
And I love how the Jen's like, do you think that's going to like stop me?
I don't know. Let's see. And Jen couldn't grab him.
Like, yeah. Let's see. See if this works.
I tried other crazy stuff. What what's a little tinfoil? Is that any crazier?
Right? This is nothing.
He was popping himself with a rubber band earlier, so whatever. We'll go full crafts by the end of this, guys.
We'll go full batshit crazy.
We're gonna knit something next. I don't know. Find out.
He's just gonna be walking around like a tinfoil suit, like the fucking Tin Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna be like, is there tinfoil lining in your jacket there, Ben? Safety measures.
Let's see. Yeah, so we got 5 episodes left. Oh,
I know, we're creeping down. one more
Let's
episode, and
see.
then it's the 4 that they reshot or
I
added.
know. I mean,
So
honestly, this episode, if you think about it, had it not ended, like this wasn't the last season, and 10
yes,
would have been the last episode. This actually, for a season finale, like lead up to, was pretty good.
yes, because it like you could see where they were going.
Mm-hmm.
Had another season been in the works, like they're building up
Yes.
that you know cliffhanger, like whatever we would have gotten as the cliffhanger for episode 10. Like how like TV shows do in the
Yeah.
last episode. You're always waiting for like, okay, the story of the season kind of came to a wrap. What's going to be the cliffhanger? Because they always
Yeah.
give you some kind of little nod to where you're like, oh, now we got to wait for the next season.
Mm-hmm. And
So
this
it's going to be
episode definitely
interesting.
set up for that good, like, season finale episode that we would, if it had just been the season finale episode on 10 coming up. So, yeah.
Yes.
And I still can't wait to see. I know there's probably stuff out there. I tend to not try to look too deep into, like, sort of what's out there for, like, if actors or production or anybody's talked about, what they're planning on doing on the next season, mostly because I want to be surprised. I
Yeah,
like to
same
see what's
here.
going to happen. So without knowing if they do get picked up or not, I don't think they've gotten picked up yet by Netflix for a new season, although I know that there's still heavily talked about with that, and a lot of people actually assume it will happen. So I wonder how this season will end, because I don't know anything about the last episodes to know how, if they leave it open-ended or not. So I'm waiting to see, like, did they leave it open-ended? Did they close it enough but still leave it open-ended, right? Like, okay, we kind of wrapped up enough, but if we had to go forward, we could, which kind of sucks because that's a hard thing to do, to sort of wrap things up in a bow if it had to be, but yet still say, okay, if we had to, we could kind of go to the next season. Because as if this was the last season, you want to give us everything that we would have gotten had it been the end. But then if you do that, you can't leave it open-ended. So I'm wondering how they kind of did that.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see how they wrap it up in those last 4 episodes.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see. So we got like 4 or 5. I just looked. I don't see what the next title for the next episode is. So I'll keep looking to see when they put that out. They might have it out somewhere else, but I didn't see it yet myself. But guys, that was pretty much the end of the episode. Also, the Discord link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let me see. Do I still have it? I might be able to post it. I might not have that one linked anymore. No, that's the StreamYard link. Haha. Let me see. I can get it real quick and put it in the chat. So if anyone wants to join the Discord, they can. Where I've been trying to get it situated and starting to upload some more stuff in there. I'm gonna get some more shows in there to talk about. I do have Fallout set in there. I know they're gonna do another season of Fallout, so a lot of people were talking about it. I watched most of it. I'm on the last episode, like the last 20 minutes of it. I didn't quite get to finish it last night before I fell asleep. But I'm going to finish that today. So I'll be caught up with season 1, and we'll try to do some talks about that soon. I don't know if Miss Dana's going to have a chance to catch up. So I'm trying to give her a chance if she so chooses to watch.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch.
It was
I did
actually
see
pretty
like the
good.
first 2 episodes. I just never went back and finished it because we just got sidetracked with so much stuff. So I did start to watch it. So I did watch the first 2 episodes.
Nice. And I liked it. As far as comparing other, let me get this pasted in there. Alright, that will be the Discord link for those who wish to join the Discord. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. I mean, I haven't played the game yet, so I don't have it to compare to the game like I did when I watched Halo. But that aside, I do like the show so far. It felt like a game, but yet a show. Like, I could see the
Okay.
elements of a game where it would have came from the game had I played the game. And it still, like, seemed to kind of, like it tracked. Like, the story seemed to kind of track through. Like, it didn't seem weird. It didn't seem like there was, like, plot holes that were fully missing or anything. So I'm gonna try to get the game too, just to compare at some point. I don't know when season 2 is going to come out. I know they said they will do season 2. I believe it has been confirmed, but that could be sometime next year. So we'll have a little bit of time to kind of reminisce over this season. And I mean, it's got our favorite guy in it, so why not, Dana?
Yes.
I mean, he ends up he doesn't stick around for too long, but he's in a couple episodes, and then parts of him stay in the rest of the episodes. You'll find out.
Okay.
But yeah, Fallout was pretty good, guys. Thank you all for recommending that. I know Bitey and a lot of you guys recommended that to us. So I did. I binged pretty much all of it yesterday, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. Actually, I'm pretty psyched to see what they're gonna do with season 2.
So far, it's getting a better review from you than Halo.
Oh yeah, but then again, like I said, I don't want to completely, because I don't know like what. To me, it seems like a completed story in the sense of what I think the story was from what I know of Fallout. But that again, that's just what I know from like just pop culture references and stuff. I've never played it. So I don't know if I'm being one of those people that were like the Halo fans that like, oh, it was a good Halo show, but it was the Halo people who played Halo like it was terrible. So like maybe I don't know, but I still think Halo was bad either way. But I want to actually play Fallout, and maybe I don't know. It's kind of like if you got to read the books or something to really know.
I think Angel plays Fallout because he's always talking about it. So I think he plays it a lot with his kids.
I mean, if the game is anything like the show, it seems really fun. It was pretty crazy. It was what I think of a post-apocalyptic society with like Fallout, nuclear Fallout shit. And the rich people, they did it. They did it all day. That's all I'm saying.
We might need some of those bunkers.
Yeah, they got these little bunker vault things. It was pretty cool.
We might have to go get us one of those, Scarlet. At this
a lot
point,
of crazy factions. There was these Brotherhood dudes with these meta suits. That was pretty kind of cool, actually. If you know how to use them, they're pretty cool looking. It was a lot, dude. It was a lot. I watched it, but it was only like 8 episodes though, so it's really not too bad.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wish there was more episodes. Of course, they're getting smaller and smaller on these seasons, but as far as
see if I can
binge
pull it up on my
watch,
phone. What is it on Netflix?
I watched it on Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
Yeah,
I should be able to watch that on my phone. Since I have nothing else better to do today, maybe I will watch a little bit today.
Nice. And I said it wasn't too bad. It's 8 episodes, and they're not all like the show full time is 8 hours. You got your intro thing that does like the recap, and then you got the credits and stuff. So episodes are somewhere between like probably 40 minutes, 50 minutes a piece. So they're not too bad.
Okay.
So you're looking at less than 8 hours probably total, maybe like 7 hours or something like that.
Can't do much or nothing else today, so I'll check out.
It is pretty
I'll check
good
out
too.
a few episodes.
I will say, so far the ending or where they left off, like I'm at the very last 20 minutes. So what I've found out so far, the last episode is pretty good, and where they're leading the very last part is pretty good. And I'm like, ooh, the reveals. Dang, the reveals. But like I said, I didn't play the game, so I don't know the reveals. So it's even more fun for me. But if you probably played the game, you probably already knew everything that was going to happen in the show. Just like I knew everything was going to happen in Halo, so I was like, no, this ain't right. You're supposed to do this, and then you totally destroyed that character, and how dare you? It's kind of like when you watched The Walking Dead, and you kind of already had like a, what The Walking Dead is, and then they kind of like just totally ruined it. So I don't know what Fallout is actually supposed to be like, what the core essence of Fallout is, to know if they like ruined it or massacred it. But without that, I think so far it's a good show. And Kate says, hope you get your lights on soon. Miss Dana.
Yes, now I see my father busting out the ladder through my window, so he's doing something on the roof. So I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
You start hearing like a whole construction team, but it's one guy.
So if you hear an Italian man screaming in the background of my
it's like there's a whole construction team back there, but it's one man, ladies and gentlemen. He's a one-man team.
Just an 80-year-old man still climbing on the roof. Because why not?
Well, I hope he is safe up there. Be careful. We don't want to have no more accidents.
You good? No, I'm asking if you're okay.
I
Just
still
came
can't
out
get over
to. Just came out to. He's looking at me like fucking shit.
that. I still can't get over the tinfoil. Oh, Ben. I mean, he made like this perfect tinfoil hat too. Like it's perfect. Like it fit perfect on
Right?
his head.
Right? It did, and it doesn't have like the little. When you think of tinfoil hats, the little like
Little
little
flap,
hook on the yeah, you know that little
the
hook
little
on the
Hershey
top.
Kiss thing on the top or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
No, I know, right? Like he's got his is nice. It's shaped well. Interesting. But yes, guys, we're just kind of hanging out at this point. Whatever you guys want to talk about, you can tell us about the episode. We're all ears. Want to know what you guys think. But that's about it for us on the episode. I know I can talk about some other stuff if you want to talk about some other stuff. Well, okay, how about this prediction? What we think's gonna happen in the next episode? Is Cheryl gonna make it? She gonna make it through the season? Is she gonna outsmart Leland? Is Leland on the chopping block? Who is gonna get the final death blow?
I'm hoping it's Cheryl that gets the final like FU, because like as much as I don't like Cheryl, I'm still like rooting for her in a sense when it comes to being against Leland in a way.
Can
So
they
like
take each other out? Like they almost did that
like
other episode?
mutual destruction sort of thing.
The chaos just explodes and both of them just are taken out at the end.
Nobody survives. They're just both. They're just both. But Ben, I'm still very worried about Ben.
I am glad they gave us more Ben this episode, though. They definitely gave us more of that story that I was hoping they would give us. Because I was worried if they're going to tell us anymore. Because now at least they gave us a tinfoil hat theory with it. So it makes me think, is he going to be like you said, the Ghostbuster chick? Like, is he the key or the thing that gets possessed? Like the chick?
Oh.
Because you remember his one girlfriend's the Yashuwashua chick. What was she? She's the embodiment. Remember, she's got a god in her. I don't know.
Yeah, she got something inside her.
You know,
right?
I'm getting Ghostbuster vibes, right? And then they got tinfoil hats going on. I mean, they just throw so much pop culture stuff at me that it makes me think of all these other like movies and shows that we've watched. And I'm like, where are we going here?
Right? What are we doing with all this?
We got
What's happening?
like, I don't want to call them portals. We got holes all over the place popping up to like hell, I guess. Out of the demon holes, not sure. And that same creature that came out of the one the little girl saw outside, like, was that a connection, or would they just do that to mess with us? And she was like, picked up the rocket, it had the little creepy crawler on it. And then they never said anything else about all the demons in the house, right? Like Lexi's like beeped with her app and was like, entity detected. Boop.
Entities.
Entities detected. Dude. I'm like,
That shit, there was like fucking. There was a whole bunch of them fucking shits.
it was everywhere. And and then the box, like, does Leland and them know they didn't get their little precious box for the baby Antichrist, their offering? There's so many
that's
threads.
right.
I know, right? Like, we're just passing over that this season's got a lot going on. I was like, they're not completely passing over it, but it's just like we're kind of like get to the next thing. And I'm like, wait, what? Were we going to like forget about that? Or you never? What happened? Like, we're never getting back to the atom, the particle accelerator?
Yep. That just happened to fucking rip through Ben's fucking head over there. Like, what the fuck?
And did they ever fix the dog robot thing? Are they still chasing people in the streets? Like, what's going on in New York, Dana?
I don't know, Scarlett. I don't want to be here no more. Trust me when I tell you, I won't be here no more.
But I don't know if we're getting a phone number anymore because it said add up the numbers. So what is it going to add up to? 60? We already know that. We know the 60 are coming. Damn it. We know it's Babylon. That she's Kristen's the whore of Babylon, the mother of the Antichrist, and the baby's no longer evil. So I don't know how that works out either. He said through nurturing. So what is there a way to like make him evil? Well, I guess you could, right? Because technically Leland did that, right? When he got his like exorcism, he bathed himself again and then he ate some other. Now he's eating another demon, so he's super powerful. Now, I don't know how their magics work yet. I mean, it isn't fully explained. They just kind of show you stuff.
Yes, it's very open-ended. It doesn't give you much explanation to how
Your imagination.
To the inner workings of the.
There. Let your imagination run pretty wild with it there. Oh, and then like what they irritate me with Ben too is like, and they kind of done this every season. What about him? I thought by now they would have told us more about him and what he used to do with the genetics. Because there was a super tie to that, and they hinted at it, but they never fully like went and said the full connection to Daffodil. Like it was kind of there, but it wasn't to me like it wasn't satisfactory. Like they didn't really. Oh, I wanted more with that.
Yes, and did it tie in with what they did to make the Antichrist?
Mm-hmm. And maybe they still will, but like I said, they seem like they pass over Ben's storyline so much. And I get it, like he doesn't have a lot of side characters per se, like maybe with ties to certain things, but his ties are there, and it's almost like they're not making them as important. I don't know if it's just because of time, but I would say it this season if it weren't for the fact they've done it every season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is he, like this mystery box or something? Are you already just going to open up at the very end and just be like, reveal everything at the end about him? Because they've got to lead him to that somehow. And they did. Like, they talked about it with Abby, and then Abby's gone, his little demon friend. Was replaced with Jen. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to really... Like, Ben's the only one that irritates me the most with. I feel like his storylines get dropped or don't get finished fully. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they intended it that way. Like I said, it could be intended, and they're going to give it to us later, and we just hadn't. They would planned on it, maybe in later seasons. Like it was a big, like maybe that's almost the big like reveal.
It's overlooked.
And if it's the big reveal, I would understand it then maybe. Like they didn't want to give it away, little drops, little eggs here, little tidbits there, and then the big reveal at the end that he was more like he realizes what's going on or something, he figures it out and it was his research or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're going to. But then again, they gave us this episode, so maybe they are. Maybe I'm just impatient, Dana. Who knows?
I get it though, because yes, I feel like they give us so much with Ben, and then it's just there's no closure on it. But again, that might be what they intended in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And especially with them possibly having at least 5 seasons, maybe 6. It was still possible that they're intentionally, I don't want to say dropping his storylines, but not giving us as much with his. Like maybe his is the connection that is missing for stuff, so that it's revealed later. And it's almost like a flashback to everything from season 1, because they do kind of do throwbacks. So it's possible still that there's like this bigger flashback throwback to the connections where we're like, oh, these things were left open-ended. Why was this never come back up? And then it's like, oh, they had it planned. They had this big reveal. Maybe I'm giving too much credit. I don't know.
Yes, no, I see what you're saying.
So hopeful, because I don't want Ben's story to get dropped, because he's got some really good backstory with him. They could just give us a little more with it.
And now they're giving us so many hints to like his mom and his dad and stuff. So yes, I hope they give us more when it comes to him.
Mm-hmm. And George, I mean, they can't get rid of George and Abby. They got to come back too at some point, even just for a little second. I just want to say, hey.
Yes, you got to give us something from our, like, they were so pivotal in like the first and second season.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're keeping like David's weird chick around.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather have.
seriously.
I mean, Abby was weird too, but it just wasn't as weird for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it was. Honestly, I don't know because I don't know what Abby was supposed to be. I don't know. I thought she was like an older demon until everybody brought up about her like the retainer she took out of her mouth, and that made that really creepy.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, just bring
Or
George
think of
back.
it like
You know
the
what? Just bring
manager.
George. I just bring George.
Think of
back.
it like the manager. We see the manager as that demon entity. But what if Abby was a person, so to speak, and we're just seeing them in their demon form?
You never know because this show you don't really know because some things are seen, some are not seen. Some people are
Exactly.
possessed.
So
Some
taking
are
out
just
the
straight demons.
retainer could just be a little nod to Abby as a person.
Either that or as a young, because his whole thing had to do with the genetic stuff with kids. So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know. I didn't know exactly where they were going with it
Me
because they
neither.
never said. They never said like that again. Leave it open ended for you to kind of interpret however you want, and I could go like 20 different ways with Abby and what they were going with her.
Yep.
But George, just go back to George. George was pretty simple. I knew what George was. He's a nightmare demon. It's fine.
Yep.
Give it to George. It's
Yep.
simple. When it was simple demons, Dana. They wanted simple things.
Yep. Now we're all complicated with gins and like everything else. So
Yes,
yes,
they're tricksters. So they're trying to trick Ben. They're definitely trying to trick Ben into not, something. I don't even know. Because what was up with the flowers? Like, is he still trying to get Chick back? But why? Why does this other version of Ben, whether it be the Jinn, want her? Gave me Ghostbuster vibes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
or
is he the
whatever.
key? And is she the thing? Because she's got the goddess in her, right? Yes,
And
you
maybe
are.
it's not a goddess, that it's actually a demon.
Mm-hmm. Right?
She's just interpreting it as a god, so to speak, or goddess.
And because he was fighting it, so to speak, and acting like, instead of just saying, oh, yeah, you're right, I was supposed to do that, he was almost like fighting it, so maybe that's why she left. He's like, oh, you're just blaming the Jinn. Stop blaming the Jinn. Like, bitch,
Yep.
because remember that whole situation was weird, right? We were both kind of like, hey, something ain't adding up. Like, that don't smell right about her
Yeah.
behavior with the Jinn and, like, with him. So they got my brain going, Dana. How about you?
Mine too. Yeah, I have no idea. There's still something fishy about her.
Mm-hmm.
That whether she has some connection towards Leland in some way, shape, or form. But I never thought it was a goddess inside of her. I always thought it was something else that she was just interpreting as like a goddess, so to speak.
Yeah, because they was weird about it. It was almost like she interpreted it as Jesus, but not Jesus. It was a weird way she explained it. Like their whole cult thing was weird.
Yeah. It was
I don't
fucking
know.
weird.
I didn't completely understand it, but then again, I'm not that crazy, so to understand crazy, you probably have to be a little crazy.
Very true. Very true there, Scarlett. Very true.
We hope you have a great one, Kate. Have a good day, and hopefully you stay cool. No thunderstorms take you out too bad today.
Yes,
Stay
later,
safe.
Kate.
And thank you for hanging with us. And thank you all for hanging out with us and listening. And always feel free to say hey in the chat, talk to us, let us know what you guys are doing today for the weekend. If we're talking about shows, let us know what you think about it. Always. Yeah, because we'll just ramble.
Yep. Me and Scarlett will just ramble.
So yes, definitely be like, hey Scarlett, I said this because I do. I'm sitting here rambling, looking at pictures, and my brain's like on the track of figuring stuff out.
Yep.
So I do not want to forget about you guys. And thank you everyone who watches after as well.
Yes.
On the rewatch. And we're at 150. So yeah, guys, thank you all who have subscribed. We are at like 150, I believe. So
yes,
we're growing. I couldn't thank you guys enough. I know Dana wants to do another giveaway for the end of Evil. So I'm not sure exactly when we're going to do that, but when we get closer towards that last episode, I'll start
Yes.
putting something out about it for more
We'll do a
detail.
nice giveaway, a nice celebration. We'll have some fun because I did start sending out the giveaways.
Yes.
So
if you got
I
something
still-
in one of the giveaways and you have not received it, make sure you reach out to Dana in Discord or Twitter, or even if you see us on YouTube somewhere in chat, let her get your
Yes.
address so she can
I
send
actually
it to you.
have to resend out stars because she gave me a P.O. box and I did not realize that you can't send P.O. boxes through
Yeah.
UPS. So I will be walking that over to the post office and I'll be mailing it back out. So it did get sent back to me, and I star. If you listen afterwards or at any point, I will be resending it out through the post office. But I still need Percy's information if you're listening, and Henry's information. You're the last two that I'm waiting for.
So yeah, guys, if you want you prizes, you got to hit up Dana.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, we will do another one similar to the one we did last time. I don't know if we're going to do it. I'm not decided yet if we're going to do questions this time or if we're going to do the, let it spin to win kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it'll either be like the one exactly the same way we did it on the first one where everybody, I give you the word, type the word in, and it goes into, your name goes into the raffle. Or we might do a little season 4 trivia for this one.
Fun.
Just evil in general, like, because there's enough in there we can get some good questions that are not too hard. You know what I mean? That should be like you'd have to have watched the episodes to know, but you don't have to be like super fan to have paid like super attention like we do to all the little details. Yes. But we will do that, and like I said, we'll put some more details out about that as we get closer. So we got about 5 weeks until then, and I'm thinking probably after the last episode. So we'll do like the episode stream, talk about it, and kind of talk about the end of the season, and then that following week or following couple days later, we'll do the giveaway.
Sounds like a awesome plan. I'm down.
Oh yeah.
I will dig out the Comic-Con box.
I can't wait to see what you find. It's like a little mystery box. It's one of the bag of holdings that never ends. You just never know what you're gonna find.
And I forget what's in there at this point.
I know. I can't wait till you go this year. I know I'm going to be with you as best I can via telephone, Discord, whatever means we can work out. That way we can. Hopefully, you never didn't know, guys. Too, maybe Dana will be able to get some good, like, they'll let her go live maybe, so she can show y'all some panels.
I should be able to go live.
We're fingers crossed that we'll get some good panels and they'll let her like go live and ask questions. We don't know for a fact, but we're hoping maybe they'll, because Dana's been around. She's been around the circuit long enough. They know Dana. They know she's cool. She knows everybody.
Pretty much. We'll see how much they let me get away with.
I know. Like, she's Dana.
But we'll definitely at least do a live of like walking around and and all that sort of stuff. Get a full scope of Comic-Con.
Awesome. Who knows too, as we get closer, you never know. If she knows who's going to be there and she can get in the panels, we might let you guys ask us some questions to give Dana. And you never know.
And I did see that From was at San Diego.
So that means they should. I know I did see that too. So I know you told me if they were there, they should follow.
Yes,
New York.
there's like a really good chance now that they should be at New York.
Oh,
especially if, depending on when they start their season,
which
like
would be about perfect October. Yeah, that's fall. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. So fingers crossed. Typically, anything at San Diego, New York tries to mirror in some way or copy. So
it would be really good for them too. I mean, as long as New York's safe enough for them to go there, but it would be good anyways, just for the publicity of the show. I mean, because there was the time everybody had to take off for the strikes and stuff, and that really did hurt a lot of these shows that were really starting to build momentum.
Yes.
But
But
Evil
that
seems
means
to have
that there
kept
was
its
a big enough
momentum.
following
Yeah,
for them
because
to
I'm
get
thinking
into
because I
San
worried about
Diego.
Evil. I worried about Evil the same as I did From, because they both had that almost similar time gap. And Evil we were like, whatever, a year, and we were like, oh, it's going to lose steam. People aren't care. But now it's one of the top shows that, people are watching right now. So I was like, oh, good. So that lets me know that as long as they give a good season, that From has still got a lot of potential to go. Like good 4 or
Yes.
5 seasons, maybe even. I mean, I don't want to say 6 because then that might drag it. It depends on what the season. I really can't. I would say 5 seasons just from where we left it. But after this season, depending on where they leave season 3 and From, we might potentially have 6 seasons. It just depends on where they're going with the story and how much of that story they give us to how much they should have left. But I can't
Yeah,
wait.
so
That's exciting, Dana. Get to go. Oh my
if they're
gosh.
if they're at New York, I'm definitely going to get myself in there.
Oh, who do you think would be like? All right, I'm assuming Boyd would go, the actor that plays Boyd, because
Yes.
he seems to be very much so about the Comic Cons and stuff. And Tabitha, I would see Tabitha there, and the kids maybe. Oh, could they
At
get
San Diego,
Jade?
it was Boyd, it was Jade, it was Tabitha, it was Jim, but nobody gives a shit about
Yeah,
Jim.
that's fine. Whatever. Could you just Could you ask him if we can like get a picture of him hanging upside down? I'm just kidding.
It was Victor, and what I'm most excited about, Donna was there.
Ooh, so they gave the good main cast, I would say, like the
Yes.
ones that we think of when we think of the original
Oh,
main
and
cast.
Ellis was there. I don't know
Oh,
if
okay.
Fatima was there, but I know Ellis was there because Boyd was at a lesser Comic-Con doing something for Lost, and my neighbor Patty's friend was there, and
Mhm.
they took a picture with Boyd, his Lost son, and then
And his
Ellis.
From son, yeah.
Yes, so it was actually pretty cool.
Oh, I can't wait now. Because if they do get Jade and Donna, I wish they get Father Kotri. That'd be even cooler too. Because then you
don't
could
know
ask him. I want you to ask Father Kotri, "Are you the evil dead Father Kotri? Are you good? I need to know this information now." it changes everything in the story. It just makes everything. I gotta know. Like,
Yeah,
poor
so
Dana. You're gonna have like a million
we'll
questions
see.
if From's there. Oh, okay, From's there.
I know.
You're gonna be swamped with questions.
Well, we will
Unfortunately, I
see.
don't
What
know
I'm
if Evil will
hoping,
be there.
I'm hoping it's not so big that they have the panel off-site at
Yeah.
Comic-Con, because sometimes when the panels are so big, they have it at like Madison Square Garden Theater, or there's a couple of other little places that they have it off-site, and those are harder to get into because those tend to be a lotto, and you
Yeah.
can't. It's not something you just wait online for to go and do. So I'm hoping that it's within the Javits Center, because if it's within the Javits Center, I could bust out my medical badge and just be put at the front of the line and wiggle my way in there. But if it's like at Madison Square Garden Theater or somewhere else,
Well, you got to be able to
that's
get there
going to
and
be a
travel back
toughie.
and forth and stuff.
No, you have to win the lotto, and
That
since I've been going to Comic-Con, I haven't won a lotto for anything I've wanted.
Mm.
You even have to win lotto to get Funko Pops. Like, there's not even like, you can't even just go. Sometimes they open it up the very last day of Comic-Con to let just anybody in if they have stuff left. But since I've been going, I haven't even won the Funko Pop friggin' lotto. I have no luck with the lotto.
No, but you do play well at the game cards. Because what was it you were playing? What was it? Was it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Yeah, you kill it. You got kill it on that though.
Yes.
Skill. That's right. It ain't about luck for Dana. It's about skill, and she got it.
Yep. So we'll see, and I'll get some goodies, and we'll do another giveaway like right after Comic-Con with
We'll have to
some.
see too how they end Evil, because if it gets picked up, you never know. They might be at Comic-Con too.
If they are, they would definitely be at Comic-Con because they were in Comic-Con in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I mean,
I
50-50, depending on where they go with Evil.
yeah.
Because I know they say it's the last season, but I still see the actresses and stuff pushing really hard for them to get picked up.
So we'll see. But yes, that is very, very good news that From was at San Diego.
Even more so because Michael Emerson, he's in Fallout as well, so he might be there either way. I mean, he's in so many different things right now, I think, that he might
He's
show
tough.
up.
He doesn't do a lot when it comes to like he'll do panels. He's definitely gone and done panels at conventions. He doesn't tend to do autographs or photo ops.
I was
I don't
hoping
know
to see you get him on a
why.
panel. I was hoping you'd see him. I didn't figure he would do like the meet and
I saw
greets.
him at the Evil panel. He was
Yeah, that's
there,
why I said
but
I figured he might be at like the panels or something.
he ran off as soon as it was done.
Well, I know him and his wife are pretty busy. His wife's got a couple shows right now. She's doing one, so they're. I just assumed they would at least be on panel.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'll probably start seeing announcements for Comic-Con come like the end of August. I mean, they started announcing people now, but it's
It's still early.
the lower tier of people. So like they'll start announcing like the big stuff come like end of August, beginning of September, especially if you have to do a lotto for it because you have to enter in for the drawing, and they typically do the drawings like the week before actual Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they're going to do it this year. I'm not too sure.
Well, I can't wait, Dana, to see how it all pans out for you, so we can all see it. At least something. We get a little bit of it live for you guys.
Yes.
Dana's going to be putting on her reporter's hat because she's
Yes.
putting on different hats.
But
So she can be a
we'll
reporter.
definitely do like a live down in the Artist Alley. I'll walk around like with Artist Alley and show you guys like stuff there. And then like I might be able to walk around the autographing section, and you might be able to see some people, but
We'll be on our best behavior, Dana.
They're sticklers down there.
I know.
Depending on
I understand that. Like, to be fair, I get it.
Depending on who's down there. But we'll see.
Maybe we'll be on our best behavior. You'll have a nice smile on your face. You'll be all smiling and looking beautiful, and they'll be like, "Oh yes, come. We would love to have you."
And my medical bag tends to give me some wiggle room. So, I'm I can't see very well. Please let me closer.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, it's not untrue though.
It's not. I'm not lying about it in any way, shape, or form. Might as well milk it if I got it. Might as well put my blindness to some use.
You get something out of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. So we'll see.
I know you usually get to see some wrestlers and different things like that. So nothing else. You'll get to see somebody that's pretty cool.
Yes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to most likely be my first time going by myself. So we will see how this works.
Well, I'll do my best. I'll do my best, Kristen, and dial 911.
Yes, I will have. You will probably be on the phone with me the entire time.
It'll be just like I'm in New York because I won't be able to use a weapon. I'll just 911 like Kristen. She was ready to go with it. Remember, it was that season 2 or something. She pulled the phone out.
You will be my safety
Go ahead.
net.
We got this. We're good. I already got 911. All I got to do is press call.
If I don't check
turn your tracker on your phone. Put your phone in your pocket. Turn the tracker on.
Yep. Track a friend. So we will see, but I'll pick up some good stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait and see how it all goes and how the season of Evil goes, and From's coming. So yeah, a lot of good things coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other shows that would be. Definitely Game of Thrones stuff is always there. They didn't have anything House of the Dragon there last year because it was off-site. They did their panel at Madison Square Garden. So the only person that was there was Hodor, and plus with the strike, there wasn't a lot of people and a lot of things going on at Comic-Con last year. So I'm hoping this year they come back with a little bit of a bang, since it was such
Oh
a
yeah, such a shit year for it last year. So yeah, hopefully they will. They'll give y'all even more this year. That's right. That's what they should do, Dana.
I hope so. I hope so. But we'll at least walk through Artist Alley. I'll walk through the show floor. We'll see some cool stuff.
Awesome. Well, yeah, guys, we're going to get ready to shut it down for now. And again, we will be back Friday night. We'll be starting a little bit later, but we're going to just kind of do a hangout stream, talk about some games, some shows. And then Saturday night, we're going to try to do D&D. If fingers crossed and all things work out, no more hiccups.
We should be good to go.
We should be. Knock on wood, guys. Throw the salt. Get your sage out. So we will be back then. But we thank you all again for hanging out with us this morning. And we hope you all enjoy your day today. And until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Paint me a scene, city in color, the way that you see, the way you see it. Don't you wish that I could give you, I could give you everything. 1, 2, 3, and my heart is racing. Can't fall asleep, I got my mind in a throw. Weightless, floating through the day. Trust that I'll be okay. I'm happy alone, gotta let it go. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. If you wanna run ahead, I'll meet you where the water meets the earth we cling to. If you wanna find the edge, I'll come too. I could run around this world all day with you. I could show you this world around you. Through my eyes, my whole view. The place I love, the place I cling to, place I cling to, cling